everybody. My name is Larissa Tormi, and you all very welcome to a new edition of My Music and My Story show. I'm going to talk to Gary Pratt from America. He is a singer, a songwriter, and most of all, an energetic country entertainer who connects with his audience. His March 2021 album release, Something Worth Remembering, is dedicated to his brother, who recently passed away. The album is a combination of Gary's originals and songs written by hit Nashville songwriters. A man of faith, Gary is forever thankful to God for walking him through life, paving his music journey, and for putting the gift of music in his heart. The very first track on my show, Country to the Bone.
Touching my radio unless you wanna fight. We've only got a few miles to go. I like to listen to Hank. You don't hear much of him anymore, so leave my station alone. Listen up, like I told you before, I'm country down to the bone. I'm country down to the bone. Yeah, I'm country. I'm your homegrown. It's under my skin, it runs through my veins. I'm raised on Haggard and Jones. I'm country down to the bone. To the bone. Well, down the road there's a parking lot lit up by neon signs. It's filled with trucks, little boys and girls. It's in to have a good time. Behind the door there's a party crowd that only knows how to do it country style. I'll hear the band, I'll hit the floor, and I'll be scooting along, long, long. I'm country down to the bone. Yeah, I'm country. I'm your homegrown. It's under my skin, it runs through my veins. I'm raised on Haggard and Jones. I'm country down to the bone. Boots, skirts, hot legs, stiffs and hats. Once you go country boy, you ain't going back. I guarantee before you leave, you'll know this song. Sing along. Country down to the bone. Yeah, I'm country. I'm pure homegrown. It's under my skin, it runs through my veins. I'm raised on Haggard and Jones. I'm country down to the bone. Yeah, I'm country down to the bone. To the bone. Once you go country, you ain't going back. That's just a fact.
Hello, everybody. My name is Larissa Tormi, and you're all very welcome to a new edition of My Music and My Story show. And today I have an exciting guest all the way from the motherland of country music, United States of America, Gary Pratt. And Gary, you have a lot of, I know, lots of music, lots of albums. You have great experiences. So I just want to introduce you to all the Irish listeners and viewers. So can you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I'm from, like you said, United States, and I'm from a town not too far from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And I grew up in a little small coal mining town. And my grandmother was full-blooded Irish, by the way.
Oh, was she?
Yeah. Anyhow, I've been doing music since I've been a kid, and it's been, just part of who I am. And I'm very artistic and creative. I have my own business also, besides the music side of me. So I have, I guess, a couple personalities, I guess, but it keeps life interesting. But, I've been doing music all my life, and, I'll keep doing it until the day I die.
Gary, I just want to start from the very start. You said small town in Pennsylvania, and that you started to do music very early. What way did you start to do? Did you go to music school? What did you start to play? How old were you? What's the story?
You know what? I have been singing since I've been a toddler.
Right.
And country music has always been in my blood, and I just sang and sang and sang since I could probably talk. And it's been in my blood. I was born with it.
And did you play any instrument? And when did you start to play? You do play, I know, you're a songwriter.
Yeah, I play a little bit of piano. I sort of picked that up on my own. I did not go to music school. I actually went to college for marketing and communications. But I never ended up doing that, actually, other than my music that I do on my own, because I do my own web pages and all that kind of stuff like that.
I just was going to say that's very handy, your education for current situation, isn't it? Because we all have to do everything ourselves.
Yeah, and with the technology the way it is now, you can do it yourself, which is awesome.
It is.
And I guess I do use my marketing now because I have my own business and I have to make sure it's marketed and, everything's going out in the community, like it should, and people are seeing us.
So Gary, business is not connected to the music. So you have kind of music and the business separate, is it?
Correct. I have a floral and gift shop in a town called Greensburg, which is about 40 miles east of Pittsburgh. And I've had it for about 20 years, actually.
Nice. And flowers.
Yes, and it's won many awards. And I'm so proud of that because I started off with a pop cooler and a rusty old van and a little $200 space. And now I have a 3-story building that I bought on foreclosure.
Nothing's going my way. The bossman shouldn't spit me out. Don't even know what that's about. He says I've got an attitude. I just think he's being rude. At 5 o'clock when that bell rings, it sounds like we're scared of me. It sounds like we're scared of me. Pull a bottle from the shelf, light 'em up and pour 'em out on the rocks, or maybe not. Maybe I'll just have a shot. Give me one to give me two. I may as well have a few. I'll leave when I'm damn through. Sounds like we're scared of me.
Gary, tell me please, how old were you when you wrote the first song? Like, were you just singing? When did you start actually writing?
Probably 10 years old. I would write.
So you're writing for a long time too.
Yeah, and you know what I used to do? I used to gather all the kids around and in the neighborhood, and also relatives. And I used to produce shows when I was a kid. Um,
Wow.
and we would, I would have everyone, have their songs. And actually, we I probably invented the first karaoke, I think. I used to try to take all the voices and all the highs out of songs, and that's what we would use for music. In the neighborhood, we'd bring food, and we would charge a little bit, for people to come, and everybody would enjoy the show. So I've been doing that, since I've been at least, 12 years old.
So
And
very, very creative personality, as I can guess, like man of many talents. I see it straight away now. So you play instrument, you sung all your life. That's your, I'd say you can't live without music. It's your genetics, isn't it? Like if you don't sing, you won't be able to operate at all.
right, you know what? That is true, and I'll tell you how I found this out. I was in Nashville for a while, and right out of college, and I sort of got a little bit discouraged, even though I played probably every club in town, including the Bluebird. You get a lot of no's, you get a lot of people that are interested in you, but not putting Nashville down. But when you're there, a lot of people, I won't say take advantage of the people that want to make it, because you want to be heard. It's just that you have to play for free most of these places, because you want to be out there playing, and you don't want to tell no one no, because someone may hear you in the crowd or wherever it may be. So I did that for about a year, and I got a little bit discouraged, and I decided, you know what, I'm not going to do this anymore. I came home, and for about a year, I didn't sing or play or anything, and I was a miserable person. And I don't know if I read it somewhere or if I heard it from someone. If you enjoy something, be it a hobby or whatever it may be, why not do it if it makes you happy? So, I decided, hey, if I have to sing in my basement for the rest of my life, that's what I was going to do, because it let me express myself. It makes me, a happier person. I wasn't very happy around people. I was becoming very discouraged around people, and I started singing again, and the gigs started coming, and my business took off. And actually, my business is part of my music, because if it wasn't for the financial stability of my business,
you wouldn't be able to do music.
I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And it goes hand in hand. Even though they're two different things, they're both, they're both creative venues for me. And that's how I work. And so I did find out that I can't live without music. And it's just part of me. And I tell everyone, if there's something that you love to do, say someone wanted to be a baseball player or a football player, get out there and coach some teams. Do something that involves that. If you like being an artist, get into a class. Or you want to learn music, do that, because we only got one life to live.
You're preaching what I'm preaching all the time, Gary. All that I'm this personality, like they call me in Ireland, breath of fresh air, because competition is so huge. If you start to get into it, it's like it's complete burned out. You have to enjoy every day. You have to enjoy what you do. If it brings you somewhere high, good. If not, at least you had a great life, isn't it?
It's all right. And you said about competition, and there's so many great talented singers.
Yeah.
And there's florists like in town here too. I don't compare myself to them, because I'm not running a race with them. I'm running my own race.
Yeah.
One of Gary's hit songs, a song you can drink a beer to. Maybe you're at the end of a 50-hour work week, and it's Friday night. Maybe you just turned 21 and you're having the time of your life. Maybe you're falling in love. Maybe you're breaking up. Or there's a steel guitar playing or a bass line bumping. You're grabbing a cold one. You wanna hear a song you can drink a beer to. Dance all night, cry if you want to. Remember how good it was back then. Forget while your heart is breaking. Raise your glass, give it back. Nothing else in the world makes you feel like that. Wherever you're standing, whatever your point of view, there's something about a song you can drink a beer to. Maybe you got somebody by your side that you've been kissing on. Maybe you got caught cheating on. You were cheated on. Oh, you're a soldier, got your orders. You're shipping out in the morning. Or you spend half your paycheck just to see this show tonight. You wanna hear a song you can drink a beer to. Dance all night, cry if you want to. Remember how good it was back then. Forget while your heart is breaking. Raise your glass, give it back. Nothing else in the world makes you feel like that. Wherever you're standing, whatever your point of view, there's something about a song you can drink a beer to. Something you can sing along to, nod your head to, shake your body to. Something you can hold on to. You wanna hear a song you can drink a beer to. Dance all night, cry if you want to. Remember how good it was back then. Forget while your heart is breaking. Raise your glass, tip it back. Nothing else in the world makes you feel like that. Wherever you're standing, whatever your point of view, there's something about a song you can drink a beer to. Yeah, there's something about a song you can drink a beer to. Drink a beer to.
I am with you. And Gary, back to your music. How many albums you have? Tell us a little bit. If people looking for music, how many albums? What they about years and stuff like that?
I have about 4 albums out there. 2 of them are more EPs that I wrote all the music myself. They were done in studios. However, they weren't as professional as the last 2 that I've done.
Mhm.
I've had a producer on the last 2, which pushed me to be a better singer and to bring more emotion into my songs. The best 2 albums out there, actually there's 3. One called Don't Walk There in My Shadow, which is I'm very proud of. It has about 9 songs on it. And then I released a Christmas CD about 2 years ago
Mhm.
with a friend of mine. I love doing duets. So we released a Christmas album together. And then this final album that's out right now, I won't say final, but the current album.
Current, that's it, yeah. Good correction.
Yeah, I got plans. So,
Me too. Yeah.
but it's just taken me to new heights. I do have a record company, NTS Records, and they're managing and promoting my music, and that's why I'm on the show today. You know, I give all credit to them and everybody that's been on my this current CD.
Mhm.
I did not write every song on this album. I wrote most. I wanted to do something different
Mhm.
because I wanted to get some well-known writers from Nashville on this album,
To involve
just
them, yeah, yeah. Good
to give
idea.
them that extra boost, you know.
Yeah, I know.
I have Tony Arata, who wrote the dance for Garth Brooks. He wrote the title song of the album, Something Worth Remembering. I have Reba McEntire's niece also co-wrote a song you can drink a beer to, which was our first release on the album.
Very good song. I was listening to it today.
And I have a current song out called When It's Our Love That's Lost. And it's doing very well on the independent charts and some major charts.
Any favorites? The most favorite song of yours? Do you have any or what?
That's so hard.
It's like a babies, isn't it, Gary? To choose between the babies.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I really like the vocal performance on the last song, which is a ballad.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a bit different side of me, and I do love the song "Song We Can Drink a Beer To" because it's just a song that everybody can relate to, no matter what situation you're in.
Yeah. Tell me, moving away from the recordings, any live shows? How do you do? Do you do any live shows? How's that working for you? I mean, not talking about COVID situation like before that, and now what changed?
Yeah, and you know what? We were recording and working on the album when COVID hit.
Mm-hmm.
So it was actually, I always try to look for positive things out of certain situations, and it was actually positive for me because I didn't have to go.
You had time.
Yeah, and we concentrated on the album, and so I didn't miss singing at all because we were singing, a couple days a week. We were in the studio.
Yeah.
And a lot of my stuff is more local, from maybe West Virginia, Ohio, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I do travel down to Florida and do a couple shows there in October. Basically, everything's pretty close, so I'm not away. Now I'm doing a large show, which is I'm the headliner June 2nd at a town called Irwin, Pennsylvania, and I'll have a full band, and I like promoting local artists too. So I'm gonna have like 3 or 4 local artists come out, and I go out and I talk to them and talk about their music, and then at the end, then we have an intermission, and then I come back with my full band. Or I have a girl singer, Kate Zoller, who's God send to me. She is awesome, minister of music for a couple churches, and we always put some religious Christian music in our shows. In fact, I'm writing some Christian music now, so maybe that'll be my next.
I love that. I actually love it because I sing in churches too a lot. I have a classical background, you see, so I kind of very easy, and I'm moving more and more into this because I kind of believer to sing in churches.
I've watched some.
Every snowfall in her dark blue winter coat, our blonde-haired little girl would go outside in the snow. We'd watch her from our window as she played out in the yard. She'd lay down on her back and slowly wave her arms, and she made angels in the snow. She wanted us to share her love of angels in the snow. Daddy, watch me fly. Can I stay outside? I'm not even cold. There's angels in the snow. We footprints anywhere. Angels in the snow. She wanted us to share her love of angels in the snow. Daddy, please don't cry. I can really fly. I'm not here alone. 'Cause there's angels. No, I'm not here alone. 'Cause there's angels. No, I'm not here alone. There's angels in the snow. Angels in the snow.
Okay, great. I really like what I heard from you. I like your music, first of all. But I mean, as you know, in our business, personality is very important. It's nearly 50-50 of success. You have a great personality and outlook, very positive. This is amazing altogether. So I'm going to wish you all the very best with your music. And at the very end of our interview, if anybody looking for you, for information about you, buy your music, where would you send people? Where would you be your favorite place to send people?
Well, I think the best place to find anything about me, even like some media interviews, I'll be posting this on my webpage too, reviews of the album, what's coming up. You can go to www.garyprattmusic.com.
With your Irish ancestors, you have to come and see us. You have to visit, Gary.
I really should. Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time. Really nice chatting to you, and I really happy to meet you, Gary.
It was nice to meet you too, and keep up the good work and be positive. That's
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye bye now,
right.
Gary.
God bless. Thank you.
And traditionally, I always finish my show with my own song, Far Side, Banks of Jordan. I believe my steps are growing wearier each day. Still I've got another journey on my mind. Lures of this old world have ceased to make me wanna stay, and my one regret is leaving you behind. But if it proves to be His will that I am first to cross, and somehow I have a feeling it will be, when it comes your time to travel, likewise don't feel lost, for I will be the first one that you will see, and I'll be waiting on the far side banks of Jordan. I'll be sitting drawing pictures in the sand, and when I see you coming, I will rise up with a shout and come running through the shallow waters, reaching for your hand. Through this life we've labored hard, turn our meager fare. It's brought us trembling hands and failing eyes. So I'll just rest here on the shore and turn my head away until you come, then we'll see paradise. And I'll be waiting on the far side banks of Jordan. I'll be sitting drawing pictures in the sand, and when I see you coming, I will rise up with a shout and come running through the shallow waters, reaching for your hand. Yes, I'll be waiting on the far side banks of Jordan. I'll be sitting drawing pictures in the sand, and when I see you coming, I will rise up with a shout and come running through the shallow waters, just to remind you that this show streaming live on YouTube on Saturdays 4 p.m. Irish time. YouTube channel Larissa Tormy Music. And once a month on MKB Independent Radio every second Thursday of the month at 8 p.m. Please like, share, subscribe as I'm helping an independent musicians.